So, funny enough, I wanted to say, last week I was waiting for my hero. I was genuinely awoken early, waiting a whole day, only to realize that there was no episode for that day. This episode was supposed to be last week's episode. But apparently I didn't get the news that there was no episode. So, yes, I wanted to go on that little rant, because I was really annoyed by that. But anyway, this is probably one of the greatest Endeavor and Bakugo episodes. And that's saying much because they both suffered literally similar injuries after pulling off one hell of an attack. But let's go with Endeavor first. So we leave off, Jiro's injured, Okoyami is injured as well, Hawks is injured, and yet they're all giving it their all. Jiro showing that she's not going to give up, and her attack, although obviously as All For One puts it, it's nothing really dangerous, it's just somehow that spark was enough to cause the quirks within All For One to start rebelling. And the only thing I can explain here is that because this is the copy version of them, I believe that the All For One quirk, the copy version, is not strong enough to basically hold these other quirks at their will. So it probably allowed everyone else to start attacking. So I like that two support student heroes helping out a pro hero in order to successfully destroy the helmet before attempting to do anything else. Now, granted, All For One, for once, is not only dumbfounded, but definitely pissed, because he's about to murk everyone once he finally gets everything in control. Only for Endeavor to come in and save Hawks. And not only that, but we get to see Endeavor's inner struggles. What exactly caused him to truly be a hero? And what is his biggest problem, as well as motivation? He doesn't usually think to himself, I did a good job. No, he looks at the flaws, what he could have done better. He is a hero, aside from, the whole abusing thing. He's a hero that will strive to keep improving, not settling for whatever he is. And his obsession to beat All Might might have also pushed that over the edge. But still, watching him tore his entire arm, his entire right arm getting torn off, and yet creating a flame hand, punching All For One, and landing enough hits to where he is at his game. He knows that he's the only one capable of beating All For One right now. Because clearly if All Might could still fight, it would have been down to him to fight All For One. But that's not the case. The case is that Endeavor has to be the one to do it. So yeah, he manages to use prominent burns after breaking All For One's defense and burning the shit out of him. Which All For One makes a note that an injured hero is scary because at that point they're gonna give it everything they got to stop whoever they're facing. And yeah, that is true. All Might is an example of this because even though he is at his weakest, once he got his motivation, he is not letting down. But what also he mentioned is when a villain is injured, they're also at their scariest because at that point, they don't give a shit of what's gonna happen next. They're gonna make sure that their opponent is dead. So yeah, he basically uses the Airy quirk drug in order to start regenerating, which is a pain in the ass because that just means that whatever Endeavor did could be considered undone. So yeah, that ends that section. Now let's go to the Bakugo section. Clearly, I don't like Bakugo. Never have. And I was sort of okay with him last season when he finally apologized to Deku, but I still don't like him. Here though, I will not deny, the dude knows what he's doing. His support item is pretty damn cool. He's holding his own. Everyone else in his group are also doing everything they got. I also like that we have other students showing that everyone's doing their part. And even this business students are showing the documentary. They're the ones who are gonna show the footage of what's happening, the first-hand footage, which is obviously pretty cool. Because, yeah, they can't fight, but yeah, they can do something to show people what really happened. No secondhand stories, no rumors, no this and that. No, this is what's happening. And we're seeing it in first person, sort of. But moving back on, they're all getting overwhelmed by the whole thing regarding Shigaraki's constant growth. Because this isn't even quirk related. This is just mutation related. And yet, Bakugo is not afraid of this. Everyone else is getting knocked out because they're giving it their all, and yet they're getting overwhelmed. And yet, Bakugo just seems like he's holding his own. It's once he's able to destroy all of these hands to try to close the gap in order to land one hell of a hit to Shigaraki. This is amazing animation. Seeing him go with one hell of a boost attack that nearly blinds this idiot over here. Or, well, I guess I can't call him an idiot because Monoma is doing his best on his part. But yeah, it almost blinds him. And then I like with Kaminari how they're all kind of questioning, is Bakugo gonna do something wrong? Is he overdoing it? Nah, the dude knows what he's doing. And I'll give him credit. Seeing it, Season 1 Bakugo would have obviously done what these guys are worrying about, but Season 7 Bakugo, current Bakugo, is actually showing that he is grown smarter. His battle IQ has increased. He knows what the hell he's doing. And yeah, this attack was one hell of an attack, because you can see the side of Shigaraki's face. It really did do damage. The problem, though, is that it didn't really do enough to push Shigaraki back, because Shigaraki literally busts Bakugo's hand and then throws him to the side, essentially leaving it off with Shigaraki once again showing that he has no real interest in Bakugo. Ever since Season 3, after that whole point, capturing Bakugo, how that didn't really turn out, and All For One got captured and all that. Like, he's done with him. Like, he's interested in keeping him because he knows damn well that Bakugo is best friends with Deku, and Deku will do everything to protect his friend. Like, that is a certainty. But in terms of personally, he's not interested in Bakugo. He views him as just another wasted hero that's gonna be killed by him. And yeah, that must hurt Bakugo's ego. That must really hurt him, because it's essentially saying the big boss views you as a nothing. All the while Deku is viewed as the bigger threat. Which, once again, he might regret those words. Because obviously we do not know. It's a mix between Shigaraki and All For One who's talking to Bakugo. But, oh, the underestimating part. Oh boy, is that going to be fun. But overall, one fun episode.